Hi, my name is David Schoeneveld. I'm starting a new indie game vlog, if you will, and I've been doing a lot of projects on the side. These little test projects, maybe a month long, and ultimately they teach me some important lessons. I've been doing it mostly with friends. I have a partner, Andrew. We've been working together for like 10 years on indie games. We've made two. But I mean, whether you're senior or junior, there's always problems in game development. It's very hard to make a game. Sometimes I can't believe how anyone ever makes a game. It's that hard. Um, and so I've kind of got to a place where I think I've found something that I'm gonna take to completion, and yeah, I'd like to show you that, and I'm gonna document my progress to sort of commit to myself, but also show what I'm working on. All right, the pitch. I was playing a lot of Castle Crashers, and I was thinking about the beautiful simplicity of the controls. You mainly have one button and jump, but it's just this extreme simplicity. And I thought, what if I boiled down an RPG into that extreme simplicity? And then I was playing around with just a character who had companions because I had an AI that worked and could follow, etc. And I said, I really like watching the companions fight the AI. And so then what that led to is like watching like little small battles of armies of AI fighting each other. You play as a necromancer who can spawn skeletons from either your vanquished foes or from graveyards and different places that will have spawnable points. And then the idea is that it's a really like lighthearted humor style where like you go into the dungeon and that's like a friendly town, and then you go into the town and then that's actually the dungeon and where they'll attack you, and it's really going to be about like everything's opposite of what you would think because you're coming from the perspective of like an undead skeleton. And so that's the kind of the short version. The premise is, first I was like mini RPG, the minimum possible features, because almost all projects, especially for side projects, when you don't have a lot of time, fail from scope. It's like out of scope. Almost everything is out of scope because you just don't have that much time to work on it. So this game I will show you is let's just take off I just kind of like this idea of watching these guys battle. It kind of amused me. But when I was, I don't know if you can hear through the this kind of shenanigans, but let's just start killing some guys. So the premise is right here, is like I'm going to spawn skeletons from those dead bodies. And that's kind of the premise, is like you make armies and you're a necromancer. You can spawn skeletons. This is like a timeline that I kind of made for this year of what I was hoping to accomplish. So right now I'm in pre-production, which is sort of testing out things and deciding, and I kind of already feel like it's close, but there is a whole RPG side of it that needs to be that doesn't exist at all. So then there'll be gray boxing and features till the end of the year. So one of the things I learned doing a side scroller with some friends is that if like I often make the main character like almost fully ready right away, and the mistake to that is that it just doesn't look like it belongs with the rest of the environment. We were like, we need to stay gray boxed, like that's important to stay gray boxed. But if you make a fully fleshed out main character who looks awesome and starts having real fully fleshed out effects, it just feels like it doesn't fit in the environment. The enemies, you feel like I don't understand. He's fighting a box, whatever it is. So what I learned is stay gray box. Like all these characters right now, I purposefully made them just blocks, as simple as they could possibly be, to keep myself in a just block out feature mode. Like, do not make more features, do not make the characters. I love doing that. I'm a professional artist. It's the part I'm giving myself many months in January, but here's the plan is this: work on only features, only gray box, block out levels, all the features, and at the end of December, feature lock. No new features. Then it's going to be all about art production, look development, level design, and the only caveat to that is bosses. Like my friend Andrew wants to be on this project, of course, and So we're definitely, and I have one more powerhouse friend who's got like tons of skills. It's just a matter of like how best to use him. Don't burn him out. Make sure, you know what I mean? Like it's a delicate balance when people are professionals and they have their lives. So definitely want to find the right way to get him involved in the project. Making boss fights is kind of the caveat. It's sort of, hey, how do you do? I mean, those have to be custom made. They're kind of a mix between a level and coding and design. So that is sort of the outside of those gray box features. And, you know, who knows how this shifts around. That's the high level plan. And then 2 months of polish and testing. So even though it's sort of like August to August, and we're not in August, that's a month. Right now, I'm kind of thinking the camera can just do this, zoom a little bit, and then you can pan around a little bit. It pans pretty slow on the controller, I just noticed. And obviously, I mean, this is super quick and dirty to make. I wonder why this is, oh yeah, that. So that's this is my AI debug, like they're in attack melee mode. So a lot of the work is going to be just getting the AI to know when to switch, etc. But anyway, I'll get into all that. I just want to start by saying the premise and just give some ideas on like what it is I'm trying to do.